Hey, welcome to Guitar Knobs, the guitars, gear, noise, and nonsense podcast, hosted today by these knobs.
Tony Dudzik, pick guardian.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Todd Novak. Welcome to the Guitar Knobs podcast. We're thrilled to death that you are listening to our show. Me. You. My favorite part of Monsters, Inc. Everything else is okay, but that's great.
Okay.
Anyways, we've got a great show for you, ladies and gentlemen. Tony is in studio with myself.
Yes.
And we're just by ourselves again, Tony. No, we're not. We have a guest. That's right.
Oh,
I completely
that's right.
forgot. Guess who are you?
Mark Robertson, Nuclear Audio.
Okay, that might sound familiar because he was referenced a few episodes ago.
Yes.
By who's your father-in-law?
Jonathan Fellows Guitars.
That's right. Yeah, hey, you got that one right. Awesome. We're off to a good start. Jonathan Fellows of Fellows Guitars made us pay attention, and we are looking at a really cool pedal in front of us that not only looks really cool, but sounds very, very cool, and it's a very unique pedal. Hopefully you're intrigued. I know that we were, and after playing it, I couldn't get it over to Tony fast enough to say, check this out.
Yes.
So we'll learn more about that. In the meantime, Mark Robertson, where can we send people to check out this pedal?
Yeah, so you can go. I do have an Instagram. I have a Facebook. Both of those are Nuclear Audio. The handle is Nuclear Audio Pedals for Instagram. And then I've got a website, nuclear-audio.com. You can go straight there. And just launched a YouTube channel. It's got a demo on it, but that's it. But yeah, the website's where you can go to kind of see the details and some pictures and buy it if you are so inclined.
Now, was it Joplin, Lupin? Where is this?
Joplin, Missouri.
Where is Joplin, Missouri?
It's in kind of the southwest corner of Missouri.
Okay.
So I'm only about 15 minutes from the Oklahoma border and from the Kansas border. And 40 minutes from the Arkansas border. So.
Okay. So in that area, that's still kind of, is that technically like Tornadoville?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Have you been uprooted before?
I have, yeah. Did you guys hear about the big 2011 Joplin tornado?
No.
Big EF5 tornado came through. It's the deadliest tornado in U.S. history, I believe.
Really?
Wow.
And you stood on your balcony with middle fingers both up.
Come and get me.
That's amazing.
Yeah. If by that you mean huddled in the hallway.
Surrender, Dorothy.
Yeah.
But So and this year was a pretty interesting year too. We had to take shelter quite a few times. You know, some years it's like nothing. You don't have a single warning, but other years, I mean, we probably had half a dozen or so shelter warnings this year.
Wow. Am I correct in saying that, I mean, you're relatively new to the pedal game, and this is your first release, correct?
That is correct. Yep.
Good.
Just this year, earlier this year.
Well, you certainly skipped a lot of rungs on the ladder. I will say that because, and they're all included in here, by the way. Just for reference, to wet your whistle, listeners. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 input/output jacks.
That's correct.
This has 4 mini toggles. This has 7 potentiometers and 1 foot switch and an LED and a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah. So, hey, this has got a lot of options. That's what we're trying to tell you. It's going to be great. In the meantime, Tony, do you have any announcements?
I do not.
Wise one.
I do not have any announcements today.
I find that hard to believe. That is shocking.
I can come up with something.
No, don't manufacture anything. That's not what we do here, Tony. But you know what? I'll say an announcement. We got contacted by several people who are listeners of the show,
Yes.
including Ralph Gottschalk from Wonderful Audio Technology. He's like, hey, you guys going to the show?
Yeah.
Tanam, I want to catch up and say hi. Absolutely. We want to do that with as many people as we possibly can.
And then
for Pete's
Todd
sakes.
said something disparaging about me, of course.
I did?
Yes.
What did I say? Oh, yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah. I said, what? Do you remember what I said?
I remember exactly what you said, and I'm not going to repeat it.
Okay, it was probably dirty. Anyways, it was fun, and we're gonna have a great time. So, hey, if you are going to be there, ladies and gentlemen, and you want us to swing by the booth or just meet up somewhere, at the show or Woodwire and Volt, we're gonna be there too. Please get a hold of us, and we will do the absolute best we can to accommodate. Because we would love to, meet up and press the flesh, so to speak, shake some hands, kiss some babies and whatnot. Except Tony, he can't do that.
Yeah, I'm not allowed anymore.
Anyways, that's all we got for that. Let's get into, because we got an awful lot to talk about. There's a lot. Yes, there's a lot.
We do.
Let's get into what's going on in our music world this week. Starting off with Tanya Bolonsky, then we're going to kick it over to Mark Robertson. He's going to tell us a few things, too.
Well, this week it was kind of fun. I've been doing a couple of projects recently now with Lindy Fralin. And I'm doing some lap steel bobbin manufacturers. Basically, Lindy sends me these old deteriorated bobbins, and he he has me make replacements for them.
Really?
And they're a little tricky. They're a bit challenging, but they're fun. And it's something, as I told, he always calls and says, hey, can I send you another one of those? And I said, absolutely. And as I said to him, it's just like, after you do so many Strat and Telly guards, something a little different is fun.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons why we talked about this a long time ago, because I think the very first one I did for him was one of those big diagonal 40s ES300 pickups.
Okay.
They're about that long. And by that long, it's since this is not visual, we'll say it's about 9-10 inches long.
Okay.
And diagonal. If you look up, look up a 1940.
So a small brook trout.
It's a large pickup. And
okay.
Yes.
We're back. Okay, we're talking about pickups.
Yes, we're talking about pickups.
That's a pretty big pickup. 10 inches?
Yeah. It's diagonal. Look up 1941 Gibson ES300.
I'm not doing that.
The listeners can
I believe
do that.
you. 10 inches.
So that was the first one I did. And back then, I want to say, the reason, I said, well, why don't you just do these yourself? I mean, he said, well, I don't want to do them. And as we talked a little bit more, it turns out that apparently they had tried to do one of these a while back, let's just say.
Okay.
And the way that you have to take the slugs out of the existing bobbin is you have to heat them up a little bit, the key being a little bit.
Right.
And then just kind of gingerly hammer them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like with a...
I just use a rubber mallet and I've got a
pokey thing.
Yeah, like a dowel piece.
Yeah. Golf tee would work really well.
I don't. It would probably give under pressure. It's got to be about the same size as the slug. Thank you.
Okay.
Words come naturally
Yes.
to me. But it turns out we were talking about it one time, and apparently they tried heating the slugs out of old celluloid, and they left the heat on a little too long.
Yeah.
And that causes...
Actually, that sound is...
Yeah, that's an accurate sound. And the thing about celluloid is you can't just dump it in a bucket of water.
Oh, I forgot the part. Yeah.
God rest Lindy's first assistant. But when you literally, celluloid by its own nature, if it catches on fire, it creates its own oxygen.
Yeah.
So in essence, you can use this. You can burn it underwater.
Wow.
So there's no. I mean, you almost have to. Luckily, it was a small amount of celluloid, but even so, I mean, I do it every once in a while. My router bit will catch a corner, and it just gets this.
Wow.
And it's just like it's frightening because.
Yeah, considering your shop.
Yeah, I mean, one false move. But anyhow, so. Long story even longer. Lindy posted some stuff. He did kind of a before and after on the first project that I sent to him not too long ago, and I got a note back from the customer. He's very happy with it, and so it's kind of fun. Again, it's the kind of things that I like to do that are kind of outside the realm of just making pick guards every day. And as we've talked about, Lindy seems to think that we've probably fixed just about every lap steel pickup out there, certainly the long ES300, because they only made probably 40 or 50 of those guitars, and we've done a bunch of them. So we fixed them all.
Well, all right.
So,
outstanding.
Thanks, Lindy.
Yeah. All right, Mark Robertson, let's find out what's going on in your music world this week, aside from building pedals, because that's, so if you got, for example, if you have listened to any great new music, if you've bought any new music gear, anything.
Yeah, so I did hear some great new music recently, but it was not a recording. So the Saturday after Thanksgiving, my uncle was in town, who I don't see very much. He lives in Syracuse, New York. He plays guitar. He's an absolutely phenomenal guitarist. So naturally, we had to take the opportunity to
it's a heck of a family you've
jam. Got. Oh yeah, for sure. So we set up a jam, and I invited a good friend of mine whose band I used to play in, Kevin Hasselquist. He's got some socials and YouTube and stuff. Check him out. Shameless plug, but he is also a phenomenal guitarist, and I've been waiting literally for years to get these two in the same room together, just to let them play off of each other and do their thing.
Right.
So I just played cajon and drum set and let those two go about it, and it was incredible. But what made it interesting is that they're both phenomenal guitarists, but in totally different ways from totally different backgrounds and stylistic centers and stuff. So Uncle Fred he's one of those that's all about the fancy chords and interesting chord progressions. He's doing all these jazz chords with all of these stacked up thirds, and they go in interesting directions you don't expect, and all of that tension resolution.
Yeah.
And my friend Kevin is just he walked out of the 80s. He's a shredder. He's got the long hair and the denim jackets, and he's just ready to solo at any moment of any day.
Right.
Oh, there's my dog.
Oh, is he home? Is he home from work or?
The dog doesn't go to work. He works from home. But
freeloader.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, it was just a phenomenal experience hearing those two kind of riff off of each other, and just getting to be in that space and just worry about hitting drums.
That's
not
cool.
have to try to follow it, because it was some challenging stuff.
So are you you're a drummer by choice, by trade, by?
Yes. Yeah. So my primary instrument for a long time was bass guitar. Still definitely love to slap the bass every now and then.
Yeah.
And then I'd always played hand percussion, but a few years ago, finally got into playing drum set, play it at church and all of that.
Yeah.
So those are kind of my two primary instruments. And then I play viola on kind of very occasionally when there's an actual occasion to play it, which mostly these days comes down to Christmas Eve services,
Yeah.
But I know my father-in-law, I got to give him some crap because he said I played cello, and that is incorrect. It is viola. I wish I played cello. I absolutely love the cello, but never learned that one.
Tony learned how to play hand percussion in a Venezuelan prison yard.
Oh. Well, that's quite the one-up right there. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
There's got to be a story behind that.
No.
Well.
Anyways.
We'll save it for the next show.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
you're just full of good stuff today, Todd.
Yeah, I only know how to play 5-5.
Say hello to my little friends.
Cool. Well, that sounds like a pretty good time. A pretty good fun time. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Well, in somewhat similar news,
Hey, Todd, what about you?
thank you, Tony. Last week, Chase Gullett and I, Chase, my very good friend and incredible guitar builder,
Yes, he is.
we got to go see All Them Witches, which I'm sure.
How many witches were in the band?
There was 4.
4 witches.
There's all of them is 4.
Is there witches or warlocks?
They're, I don't know. Stop it. Anyways, All Them Witches. I should have shut that down earlier. It was absolutely fantastic. And boy, we talk about when we play guitars, like one of the things you hear is like, I like to make the air move. That makes me, like hitting in the back of my legs or in my chest or whatever it might be. And my shirt was moving constantly in that thing. I mean, it was just because the guitar player who I'm absolutely just into big time these last several months, Ben McLeod, he just does something really special with the guitar and hooked me immediately. But he plays in C. All his guitars are tuned to C, I believe, and
That's pretty low.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I took video, thinking, "Hey, this should come out just fine," and that concert beat the heck out of my phone. Like, I don't know if my mic's ruined forever now or not, because it was just punishing the microphone, and you can kind of hear it a little bit in the things that I posted, but it was great, and I'm really, really glad All Them Witches stopped in to Columbus. It was an absolutely packed house. I'm pretty sure it was sold out. Super cool. So that was one thing, but then the other thing just happened.
What?
Near minutes ago, Tony.
Yes.
On my way to pick Tony up. I did a little stop in at the local supermarket after visiting Craigslist.
Supermarkets.
Okay, wait, listen. That's just one. I'm not going to do them all and waste time.
Okay. It is. Ooh.
Wait till I tell you how much I got this for.
That's pretty.
So it's a Epiphone Black Beauty 3 pickup, all gold hardware.
Yeah.
There's not a scratch on this thing.
No.
It is like I can't. It's like with a molded hard case.
Yeah.
Here, Tony, have a go at this.
Can I sand the front off and make it into a Ronson?
Stop it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna tell them how much it was, and but I'm not gonna say it online. I'm just gonna you'll have a quick edit, and you can get their reaction. $.
Oh Jesus.
With the case, with the hard case.
That's crazy.
It's a brand new hard case.
Oh yeah.
Guy's moving to California.
With an aching in his heart.
I mean, it's mirror finish. I mean.
Well,
I think it was like handled with oven mitts or something. It's absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong with this at all. Anyways, so that was a really fun treat, and I couldn't wait to get out of work to go pick it up, because I was like, oh my gosh, if I actually get this in my car. Now, that being said,
yeah, that's nice.
In the world today, things are a little different. Things are, say, maybe a little sketchy sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was going to...
That one used to be a mirror finish.
Yeah. So anyways, now I need a headstock replaced.
Yeah, take it up to Chase.
Pretty close, almost. That almost happened.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But I was off of Morse Road. Yes.
Sketch City.
Sketch City, and it was just gotten dark, and so we're meeting in a parking lot in a super sketchy area, and I just, man, my spidey senses were just kind of going crazy. Like, should I even do this? Should I do this? This can't be. There's no way that this guitar I'm going to get it for that low of a price. No way. There's nothing wrong with it. No way. This is some kind of a setup. And I actually was trying to call you while I was there, so I was on the phone with somebody because, they're doing all these like team snatching things in parking lots now. And so I'm talking to the guy. Then this Suburban pulls up right next to us, and he's sitting in the car. He's not moving. I'm like, oh no, this is what's going on. And then the guy selling me the guitar is like, yeah, I can't really get the back of this open. You want to just check it out right in the car? And I'm like, no, I'm good. It looks pretty good from here. And then I said, I'm going to go open my car to create some distance. And I did park right under a security camera. Oh my God. And then I'm trying to open the back of the car and call you at the same time. He comes walking and goes, yeah, it looks like you can't get yours open either. And then this other dude comes up from behind me who looks like the guy from jump around, jump up and get down. I can't remember the name of the band, but he's got like a big like rapper like puffy jacket on. He's like 6 feet. He goes, hey, you guys get me to the bus stop so I can get home. I'm like, no, go. Everybody's. It just, I'm like,
worlds are colliding.
There's too many things happening at one time, and it was freaking me out, man.
Oh yeah,
it was too good to be true. I'm like, this I've walked into my own demise.
Yes,
but instead I walked away.
That was the last podcast.
It's like, Tony, pick up. Just on with my friend Tony. He's a military policeman. Anyways, so I ended.
That's a beaut.
I mean, wow. For what I told you guys.
I mean, where was that, on Facebook?
It was on Craigslist. Yeah, I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned right now. So, yay me. Anyways, that's all I got.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
You done good.
Now, if I would have gotten in trouble,
Yes.
I probably could have tried to jam a Tour Gear Designs patch cable jack in between my knuckles, like brass knuckles, except they're jack knuckles.
Jack knuckles.
And I could have done some Venezuelan prison yard stuff like Tony does.
That's what we used to do.
Yes, and if you need Tour Gear Designs patch cables,
We didn't have Tour Gear Designs patch cables
but
then.
now we do. So it's our lucky day. If you need those, they're better used for your guitar pedals and pedal boards.
Yeah, let's be clear. These are generally
weapons.
used for hooking pedals together.
Yes, exactly. You need to go over to tourgeardesigns.com, get yourself a big old pile of these things, throw them in your cart.
Order up more than you think you need, because you'll need more.
As soon as you go, oh my gosh, these are the best things ever. Why didn't I get more? Don't let yourself do that. It's kind of like when you go get a tattoo and it's, it's one of your first ones, and they said like, you should go bigger than that. And you're like, no, it's pretty cool. It's like this little tiny skull right here. Like, as soon as you get home, you're like, I should have gone bigger. That's what you need to do with these. Hit purchase. Don't worry. That's just that's a trick.
A trick.
It's a trick to make the site
A sleight of hand, if you will.
Give you the box to put this code in, which is
the guitar knobs, all lowercase, all
you're
one
gonna
word.
Save how much?
You'll save 15%.
While it lasts.
Do it.
We don't know. I know we keep saying that, but I don't know. So do that. Your board is going to thank you.
Oh, yeah.
You'll feel better. You'll sleep well.
You'll probably get an extra pedal or two on your board.
I definitely would agree with that. Thank you to Tour Gear for sponsoring our Four on the Floor.
Let me get a little bit of this.
1, 2, 3.
Four on the floor.
Okay, Mark Robertson from Nuclear Audio tells your Four on the Floor. Parentheses, not pedals, because he's not a pedal guy, but he's going to give us four of the something. And parentheses.
That's right. It's going to be 4 must-have albums, for me at least.
Perfect, because you're not a pedal fella.
Yeah.
But you make them.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing for a guy who makes pedals. But,
I got you.
Yes. It's an ironic twist.
It is. Yeah. All right. So up number 1, Meshuggah, Obzin.
Aha.
That's the one with bleed on it.
Okay, Meshuggah. And
Yes, sir.
what do you happen to know what year that was put out by chance?
Oh,
Roughly guess.
What color is the label?
It's 2000. That can give a lot of guidance, can it? Yeah, it's like blues and grays, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is there
that one.
checking on it?
Yeah.
Any thumbprints?
It's got the creepy guy with the 3 hands and the
So you're into heavier stuff, it sounds like.
Yes, yeah, I am a metalhead
Nice.
through and through.
Okay. Is
and
Meshuggah
yeah.
your number one top band?
Not necessarily.
Who is
But,
your like ride or die bleed for it band?
Well, certain irony and bleed, it's got to be Meshuggah, right? But aside from that, I really couldn't say. It definitely depends. There's so many great ones, and it kind of go through eras. I'm in my prog gent era right now,
Okay.
to be honest. So I'm big into Meshuggah, Tesseract.
7 strings or die.
Yeah. But it's shifted around. So you mean some other acts that I've really enjoyed is like Extol and Becoming the Archetype, Tourniquet, all kinds of stuff across the metal realm.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's kind of mandatory in that genre to have encyclopedic names.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It almost seems like the more obscure and difficult to pronounce, the
Like
better.
David Attenborough named all the bands or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, number 2.
So number 2 is Tesseract, Sonder. It's their second to most recent album.
Okay.
Not counting the live experimental thing. Sonder, just an incredible prog metal album. They did some interesting things with the guitar tone on that one. I would love to hear your comments on it sometime, but they kind of it's hard to describe, but it kind of instead of it being
I'm gonna
just
listen
about
on the way home.
Yeah, instead of it being just about the guitar as instrument, they kind of pushed over into the guitar as sound thing, if that makes sense. So it's kind of this big atmospheric, but still really heavy, still really distorted, but very atmospheric sort of enveloping sound to the tone. And that complements the composition really well, the kind of parts that are being played. And it's just a really cool effect.
Wow. Interesting. Let's see. And where are they from?
The UK.
All right. Tesseract. Here's Sonder, everybody.
Yeah.
Grab your Chablis and sit back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3, Wilderun. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's either Wilderun or Wild Run, but I think it's Wilderun. Sleep at the Edge of the Earth is the album name. And it is just an absolute masterpiece of composition, melodically and chords and
at the end.
Sleep at the Edge of the Earth. Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa. That's heavy, Pee-wee.
Yeah. And you look at the album cover and you're like, I think I know what this sounds like.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Sounds like being buried alive.
But no, it's not that dark. It spans a huge range of, there are large sections of the album that are all like clean acoustic guitars and vocals and stuff. And then it also goes into the really
Any
heavy
flute by chance?
I'm trying to remember. I think so.
Maybe piccolo.
Not piccolo. There's definitely cello. There's various strings. There's very
cello like you used to
parts
play.
in it. Yeah, like the cello that I don't play. Yeah, that's the one.
I've got a hurdy-gurdy tuned at C, man.
All the heavy bands are doing hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah.
Well, of course. That goes without saying.
Okay, cool. So that's 3.
That's 3, and then I am going to take a little bit of a left turn on this last one.
Okay.
And depart from.
If you say
metal.
ABBA, then I don't know what we're gonna do.
Kansas. He's going to do Kansas.
No.
Nope. Further from metal, I would say. In fact, Snarky Puppy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love me some Snarky Puppy. We Like It Here is my favorite album of theirs.
All right.
So far. Yeah, love me some jazz fusion.
Okay. Well,
That's an eclectic mix.
That is
especially with
yeah.
the strange left turn at the end.
yeah, well, I can understand that though.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, based on the other stuff that you put in there, because that is that's progressive jazz.
Yeah, I guess.
But thank you for sharing your 4 must-have albums. Now, are you a vinyl guy?
I am not.
He's flesh and blood, Todd. He's not
Flesh and
vinyl.
blood. Yes. Yes. Well, so these are all you're listening on platforms. You know what's really weird is I like to go to our local. We've got a couple of incredible record stores in town. I mean, honestly, if you're talking about towns with record stores, I mean, we're right up there.
We have record stores, but we don't have great guitar shops.
No, we have none guitar shops.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because we've got some fantastic music venues, great bands, great record stores, none guitar shops.
Yep.
Because it's
City that large? Man.
yeah.
Well, we had a Sam Ash, gone. We have a Guitar Center, if you want to call it that.
Yeah. There's been a couple little shops around, but they just haven't been able to survive, especially after 2020.
Yeah, that's true.
So none. I'm not going to say none, but there's not like we don't have the must go to store. We don't have the destination store.
Yeah.
You know, for bands that come into town. Which
Hey,
is a crying
let's
shame.
do it.
I've already tried to sell you on that, Tony, and you said that's stupid. Anyways, my point was, what was my point? Oh, wait. Did I have one?
You were talking about a jazz supergroup.
Yeah, but then I motored on from something else.
Then we were talking about vinyl.
Vinyl.
And-
Oh, yeah. So here's what I think is kind of weird. Since you just brought up all these like pretty heavy albums and stuff, there must be somebody or a couple people local who just have huge collections of like really deep cut kind of metal stuff, because every so often I'll go in there like a Sunday morning or Saturday morning or something, and they've got a huge row just for new used stuff, you know, freshly procured used stuff, and you're like flipping through all the normal stuff, you know, and and then you're like, why did I just hit a bank of like 10 super hardcore underground impossible like Icelandic
yes.
you know, jazz
Like
metal.
Like the band logo looks like a tree root ball. you know?
A lot of that and like some heavy stuff, and I was like, this is pretty niche, and there's a lot of it in there, which I don't understand why they're getting rid of their records. Do they not believe in the Black
Maybe
Lord
they're taping
anymore,
them.
or I don't know. Anyway,
Transferred to cassette.
Yes.
so we are going to now divert our attention to this incredible pedal that's sitting in front of us.
Well, why don't we talk about nuclear audio first?
Well, that's part of it. Yeah,
I
That's
understand.
who made it. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Oh, that's who made it?
Yeah, man.
Oh, we
So-
should have him on sometime.
Just to kind of wet the whistle a little further, what would you call this pedal? I mean, so it is called the Fission Drive.
Yeah.
We know it has a name. And can you explain fission? Because I think it will help explain what this pedal does. I mean, to the best. I mean, I know you're not a scientist. Well, maybe you are a scientist. I don't know.
I'm not a scientist, but I play one on TV.
Yes.
Well, let's start with Niels Bohr's theory of the atom.
Okay.
No, we won't go that far.
Oh, come on.
So yeah, the Fission Drive is a multi-band overdrive. Really just a dual band overdrive. I don't want to oversell it, but I was kind of inspired by multi-band compression, which is of course commonplace in mixing and mastering.
Mm-hmm.
But I had not seen that approach applied to something like overdrive, and I had been kind of frustrated playing bass. I was kind of interested in getting into some grittier, more overdriven sounds, but I was kind of frustrated at what happens when the low end is there, and it's kind of creating the fuzz there, the kind of brittle sound that's way above any of the overdrive that's happening on the higher harmonics.
Yeah.
So it just kind of made that sort of flabby, buzzy sound. And I really didn't like that sound for what I was doing for bass. Yeah.
Similar.
And so, I just had this idea. Well, what if you just, put a crossover in the signal and split it into highs and lows, and then just separately overdrove? Would that be the word? Applied overdrive to each of those bands separately, so that you could control that. That was the genesis of the idea. So, Nuclear Audio as a brand name, I picked that brand name well before I had this idea. And so then I was, the working project name was just Multi-Band Overdrive because, I'm a not creative engineer. And then eventually I was like,
I call this one the Multi-Band Overdrive.
Yeah, it's what it does.
I can see it now on T-shirts.
And I eventually was like, man, I gotta find a name for this. And so I tried to think of a bunch of, names related to nuclear science or nuclear power or whatever, and I sent a list of them to a good friend of mine, and Fission Drive was one of them on there, and he's like, that's it, that's got to be it, because it's splitting, and that's what fission is splitting the atom. That's and correct. It all makes sense. And I was like, yeah, you know what, that's right, that's it.
Yes.
Would you like to know what nuclear fission is?
Oh, he just said, man.
It is the process where a heavy atomic nucleus splits into two or more smaller nuclei, releasing a large amount of energy, neutrons, and radiation.
Yes.
Well, now, this pedal does not release radiation. We will go on the record as saying that, at least to the best of my knowledge. So use at your own risk. No.
Yeah. I mean, I've not had it tested for that. Just put that out there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to try the Geiger counter here. No, that's just you eating baby food. Okay, so
hey, I like baby food.
This is when we were told what this kind of does, I think Tony and I both said, okay, so it's just got a lot of EQ. Maybe, it's a little bit, you can sculpt it a little bit more. It's probably sort of like a parametric overdrive.
That was my initial impression.
And Tony, what was your impression when you played this?
I was kind of blown away.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Because, now I didn't use, just so we all know, there's a basic in, basic out, but there's also a send and receive, or loops, for each of the
high and the
treble,
low channels.
Treble and bass.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of magic you're doing there, but there is something to how...
There's an audible separation.
Yes.
It's bananas.
And it's...
It sounds like you're playing out of two different amps. I don't know how else to explain that, because that's what I can't figure out, how they don't just kind of meld together.
Well, I know when you're selecting the where the frequency splits, that's there's got to be a little bit of a dip wherever that split is, right?
So because of component tolerances, it doesn't sum necessarily 100% flat, but the design intent actually is that if all of the settings on the two drives were the same, it would sum to a flat response.
Okay. Again, this is something that you have to experience, because both Todd and I said...
I couldn't believe it when I heard it. I'm like, there's no way I'm hearing this right now. How is this possible?
And you can do things, like there's mini toggles on each of the high frequency and the low frequency, so that if you don't want like a real biting treble, as can be the case with single coil pickups, you can put that on a low gain setting. But if you want more bass boost, you can boost that up a little bit there. Or
if you want to drive the bass but leave the highs kind of clean, you can do that.
Just like I said,
it's amazing.
But it really.
It's like when you send it, and if your amp actually had two independent speakers, and each speaker was was giving you a different
that's
a
a
different one of
pretty good
these channels.
description. And again, it really shouldn't, if what Mark says is true, is that it should be a flat response. But there is something going on inside this thing. I don't know if there's a little. Did we open up the back? Is there a little guy in there kind of directing
There might
traffic
be,
or something?
yes.
But anyhow, what I think, and maybe we can talk a little bit more about this, is when you can with your effects loops for each of the high and low frequencies.
You can get really creative with this.
I mean, I would think you could almost do kind of a Jack White thing where you're playing bass lines on part of the the strings, and have a guitar part for the upper part, depending on where you set your split.
Yeah. And aside from the split, so you've got your output, which you control with a volume and a tone.
Yeah.
And you can either do a notch. So like, I think it helped me understand the notch versus the flat on the output.
Yeah. So the notch takes place at whatever frequency you selected for the split.
Over on the right.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
what I was hearing. Okay.
Yeah. So as you sweep that, so basically it's kind of it's a byproduct of the crossover circuit itself is a second order, so 12 dB per octave roll off on the highs and lows.
That sounds totally made up, by the way.
I promise I'm not making it up. A byproduct of any second order filter, for any nerds that are interested, is it will reverse polarity, and so you have to flip it back if you want it to be in phase and some flat when you add the two signals back together. So I just thought, well, just what if you don't? Basically, so if you just leave it, then what happens is at the crossover region where both of those bands are sharing frequencies, they're out of phase and they cancel, and that creates that.
If you're
notch.
driving right
notch.
now, focus on the car in front of you. Don't crash.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot. It's a lot to wrap your head around. But I will say, if you just sit down and play with it, you kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
It was not. Like if you explained that to me and then you said, "So you want to buy it?" I'd say, because
Like, wait, what? What does it actually
simply
do?
because like I don't know how am I supposed to understand that to use it? But you don't have to. I didn't look at anything. I just plugged it in and I started messing with knobs, and then I figured it out, and I was like, wow, incredible.
Yeah.
So I do have a story on that, which you can edit out if you want, but
Why? That's what we're doing.
Well,
I don't know if you understand what a podcast is, but let's save stories for later.
Wait till we're done with the podcast.
Well,
for
wait,
God's sake.
wait till you hear the story. So, the prototype I made of this thing, I sent with my father-in-law to a guitar show to show a couple of people. And on that prototype, instead of where the knob is labeled split freak for frequency, it was labeled crossover. And so I sent it with my father-in-law, and he showed it to some people. And one of the guys that played it looked at it, and just his first question for Jonathan was, "Is your son-in-law a bassist?" And I said, "Well, yeah, but how did you know?" "Oh, because a guitarist doesn't know what a crossover is."
That's true. I mean, I think so. I didn't know what that was.
You've never run sound with a crossover?
Well, apparently not.
Oh.
Or if I did, I was just like, whatever, wiki,
So I took that feedback and changed the label to something a little more helpful on what it does if you don't know that term already, and that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I mean, kind of. But you have that. You have one section. So we were talking about the sections. You got output. We talked about that, and that's just like that's sort of like a master volume, right?
Yeah.
And master tone.
Master tone.
Now, then you have your high frequency and low frequency. Each have a high gain toggle and a low gain toggle, a gain knob, and a level knob. So they really, truly are single channels, individual
Yeah.
channels, independent channels. Then you have one that says split freak. And that freak is short for frequency, in case anybody doesn't understand.
Or crossover.
Right.
Right.
Now, what's really interesting here, and this is, I think, where the magic lies because, well, not all the magic, but certainly for me, I was like, oh, you have the option of applying this frequency to the high range or the low range. So you can set up your knobs, play, and then flip that toggle, and it's going to sound completely different.
Oh, yeah.
And help me understand. So the numbers on that dial, you got 300 or 50, 400 or 70, 600 or 100. So walk us through that. That's basically you're just kind of going across an EQ. Yeah?
Yeah. So you're choosing what frequency you are splitting the signal at to go
Right.
to the two different overdrive bands. And then I have the switch there, high or low range, to kind of make it easier. Instead of it being one knob that goes all the way from 50 to 5K, and it becomes really difficult to dial in exactly where you want to be. It makes it really sensitive, to small movements.
Yeah.
It's split into those two ranges, and they're roughly divided such that, at least in my fiddling around and thinking about stuff, the general thought is low range is kind of appropriate for bass, and the high range is a little more appropriate for guitar. But there's no rules, of course. You just do whatever sounds good.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the idea.
Fun playing, just figuring all this out. It was like, wow, I just got a whole bunch more sounds out of my guitar and amp that I wasn't preparing to hear. I shouldn't say that they were new guitar sounds. I just wasn't hearing them together or split or combined in different ways. That was kind of the cool thing.
Yeah.
Incredibly versatile pedal, and it aside from it doing the actual frequencies, it sounds really good too. It actually is like it's a good sound in overdrive.
Well, thanks. Yeah, that's pretty important, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says drive, so I hope it does sound good, and it does.
Now, let me ask you this. If I wanted to take, say, 2 amps, one to amplify the high frequencies and one to amplify the low frequencies, could I do that with this pedal?
Yes. So the sends are always active. So you could actually plug into 3 different destinations. You could plug in to the high send, the low send, and the summed output. You could use all 3 of those outputs at the same time.
Right. Or if you're like Geddy Lee, could play a bass pedal.
Ooh.
Moog pedals.
It's really remarkable. It's difficult to actually sit here and say, "Oh, you should hear this. It does all these things. Trust us. It splits. I don't know that I would be believing me right now, frankly.
Yeah. But it does do something.
Yeah, and you don't need some crazy rig to do it. It's just guitar into amp, AC30, and
Yeah. So back to my question: are the outputs buffered so you're not dropping signal if with extended cable runs and things like that?
They are, yeah, especially if the volume is up all of the way.
Okay.
I have some tweaks planned in maybe a future circuit board revision to strengthen that buffering even further, so that it's independent of where the level or volume's at.
Okay. Yeah, because in days gone by, I used to run a stereo rig, and that was always the problem, is finding something to split the signal to go. In that case, it was just the same signal to 2 different amps. And I did have a really good, was the valvulator? I think that's what it was. It was a tube buffer that allowed for, that kept basically the signal the same to go into both amps. And, but trying to run, you could jump back in the old days, you would just do jumper cables between amplifiers and try to make that work. But with this, it's a very clean way to do it. And yeah, I didn't even think about the third output as for the main, that you could run technically 3 amps out of this.
It's really nuts. Now, okay, I'm going to throw a complication in, Tony. You've got a couple 12 strings that you should have. I mean,
Ooh.
that would really be interesting. I think you should take it back and try a 12 string. I would love to just hear like what you thought about it.
Okay, I don't know that there would be much different.
Well, it's already separated, and then when you play 12 string, it sounds kind of separated because you got the two things, like all the.
Yeah, I guess. You know
what I mean?
With the octave strings you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would change it all that much. It might.
You should try it.
I should try it.
Yeah.
Just to prove you wrong.
Yeah. Now, I will say, now, aside from going like, why would I even need to split this? So what I did last night, I took a break while I was editing the show that just came before this, and I threw this onto my little Go board that is not my band board, and in front of it, I put the wonderful audio technology ranges.
What?
Yes. And goosed it. And then ran it into this and then into the Hello Sailor delay and kind of goosed that. And all of a sudden, I was in like My Bloody Valentine like dream. Oh man, it was like the soundscape. It was awesome. If you are into stuff like that, this pedal it can really do something for you, because I mean it just exploded. It was awesome. I hope I sold that well enough. Try it. You'll like it. Okay, so let's find out about the person who made this a little bit while Tony is performing surgery on this to find out, what.
There is a little man inside of here.
Oh, yes.
You're not supposed to share that. I don't pay him.
There's a lot of stuff. Tony's going to try to figure that out. But, this is not something. It is your first pedal. And like I said, you skipped a few rungs climbing up the pedal ladder here. So what do you do? Who are you really that you would be making this just like, I think I'm going to make this pedal?
Well, so I guess I will caveat. This is the first one that I've seriously tried to go out and sell and advertise and make a website and that kind of thing. So I studied electronics engineering. That's kind of my day job career path. Can
you share further? Like, is that's what you do on a daily basis?
Right now, I'm a director of engineering, so I manage a team. So I do a lot of desk work and,
you tell other people, stuff. Hey, connect that wire. You.
Yeah. So I manage a multidisciplinary team, but yeah, I mean, electronics is my core element there.
Wow. Is it like industrial stuff or? It's
aerospace and defense.
Okay.
Batteries.
I figured that's what you're going to say, because you didn't just jump right into that.
Yeah. It's a small world.
Yeah.
But if you can imagine aerospace and defense and a lot of batteries and lithium ion and that type of thing. That's
any top secret stuff that you can share?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, not off the top of my head. No, I can't think of anything.
You passed the test.
Gazing at a stack of brown folders with big red stamps on it. Yeah.
So
I imagine that you looked like, when you were laughing at that, when Philip Seymour Hoffman is laughing in the hallway with the dude in The Big Lebowski. Yes.
There we go.
Anyways,
No, honestly, I do not have a clearance. I don't know anything that interesting.
yeah,
That's the honest truth.
that's probably better for you.
Yeah, you're safe.
Yeah.
So what piqued your interest on the electronics so early?
So, That's a great question. I can hardly remember
Hogan's
a time
Heroes.
I wasn't. No, never saw it.
Oh, you're gonna have to go back and watch that now.
I guess so.
Oh, they were constantly making crazy electronics with no electronics. That's the craziest thing.
Yes.
That's quite a trick.
Yes.
Huh. But no, I mean, at least since I was like 6 or 7 years old, I've been interested in electricity, and my parents could tell you stories about burning out the wiring in the house, making, quote unquote lightning machine, all kinds of stuff. I was that kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Yep. I almost set the house on fire several times throughout my
Mom, I borrowed your hairdryer to make a lightning gun.
Oh yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Pretty cool. So you just had, not only did you have the bug, you had the knack, it sounds like.
I guess I survived those experiments, so I must have done all right.
Yeah.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, lots of lessons learned. But
So
no, and I've always been into music too. Obviously, grew up in a pretty musical family, and it was about 10 or 12 years ago or something like that. Actually, the same friend that came over to jam, Kevin, he was playing at church, and he's, metalhead, shredder, plays in a metal band, that whole bit, but also played guitar for church. And so he couldn't use any of his, his few pedals that he had were like way too intense, right?
Yeah.
So, and the church would only let people use their Vox amp, and Kevin did not like the Vox amp sounds, just personal preference thing. And so silly me, I'm just like, well, I like music. That sounds like a fun little challenge. I'll make a little overdrive for you, just having I'd never even looked up an overdrive circuit, right? I was just like, I understand conceptually what should happen to the waveform. I think I can see how you would do that. And so I gave it a shot. And the first one was born, and it sucked. So there were definitely problems. And that, went through all kinds of, there was half a dozen versions of those, onesie, twosies, until I got one that Kevin liked well enough to use. And I never went anywhere as far as trying to sell it or anything, because it was, at the end of the day, it was just another 3-knob overdrive that didn't really do anything special from somebody nobody had ever heard of. So it didn't go anywhere. I didn't really try that hard. I had this idea for the multi-band overdrive thing and didn't do anything with it for years. And then a friend at work, I had kind of told him about it, and he just started bugging the heck out of me. He's like, dude, you got to build it. You got to build it. And he pressured me for months on end to just build it. And so finally I took the time to breadboard it, because I was kind of like you said earlier, I was kind of skeptical of like, how big of a difference will it really make? Is it really going to create anything usable or interesting?
yeah.
And I just threw it together on the breadboard and plugged into it, and was like, oh, actually, yeah, I think this could be a thing. It does some things I didn't expect, and it does a lot. And so then it just kind of took off from there.
Pretty incredible. I mean, honestly, I think when people get a hold of this, we're going to really open some eyes with this. I haven't run across anything like that. Now, that doesn't mean that that's not out there. I wasn't aware. You're not aware. Tony, were you aware?
No.
We are all unawares. Now, so if there is something out there, they're like, oh, yeah, that sounds like this other thing. We'd love to know, because because then we won't say that there isn't anything else out there. If nothing else.
We will be stood corrected.
Yes. So now that you've made this, is it? Do you feel like it's starting to? You're getting a little, win in the sales here?
I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. I'm still very much in the beginning process of this. So, it's not like I have tons of sales or anything, got some units sitting on the shelf ready for orders. So, send them my way. I am thinking about, what I could do next, for sure.
Yeah.
Really excited to kind of expand into the next thing, whatever that might look like.
So if somebody does want one of these, and they go to their website, what do these go for?
It's $300 plus tax and shipping.
There you go. In the U.S., so you don't have to.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, what you could have said is, plus tariffs and everything.
Yeah. I don't even know how to go about international stuff at this point. Maybe that's a bridge I'll have to cross at some point.
Possibly, because there's a lot of. This seems. When you hear this, I don't know, Tony, if you did this, but I immediately I went through like all my different friends that play styles of music and tried to figure out like how would this apply to them in different ways, and loads. I was thinking Hex and Jeff both.
Oh yeah,
because there's something about this one that seems like it would be really applicable to like punkabilly kind of stuff where you can get some separation and get that tight response.
Yeah, there's
and
some
the big
compression
bassy stuff.
Yeah.
And then also just letting two things bloom on their own through much more experimental kind of stuff like Jeff and I thought about a whole bunch of other people. I was like, wow, this is really interesting. I'm curious to see what people will do with this.
Yeah.
Super cool, man. So what are the stylings that can you share anything that you're thinking about right now? As far as, not maybe in your own head just right now, but like for pedals.
Oh, as far as like a next item or something.
We've already moved on, man. What's next?
Yeah.
This is so old school.
Yeah.
So December 4th.
The two main ones that I'm thinking about right now would be kind of taking this same thing, but in two different directions. So maybe a kind of simplified version. Maybe try to streamline it down to 3 or 4 knobs, get it in a smaller package. That might be a little bit easier at a lower cost point. That might be a little bit easier for some players to get a hold of and pick up right away, and a little less learning curve, that kind of thing. Maybe fit on their board a little easier.
Well, Tony figured it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's all good.
It's foolproof.
Yeah. I think you kind of having it in this box, I think this size feels really good.
Yeah.
Obviously you could make it small. It would probably end up being like a Chase Bliss kind of job.
Mm-hmm. That's one idea.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely welcome the feedback. If your listeners tell me, yeah, that's a great idea, or no, that sucks, don't do that, then I won't bother. But the other idea, honestly, is just taking it even a notch up and doing like a 3 bands, low, mid, high, with 2 sweeps where you can separate where the split is between each of those. Really sort of verging into a complete preamp sort of territory, if that makes sense.
With like a DJ crossfade on it. And
yeah, you plug 2 guitars in.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit, man.
That's right.
Don't let us hold you back.
So those are some thoughts that I have.
That's cool. But this one, like I said, you really do have to experience it, because as we're talking about it, people are saying, what?
Yeah.
But when you actually play around with it for a bit, it really does. It does something to the signal that is unique.
Yeah,
I will say that.
That is for sure. For sure. and noticeable. Some things, I will say some things that we can get hyped up on, we notice them. We're like, oh, that was cool, that little thing that happened. Or it does a very specific thing. And you're like, wow, that's a thing. Tony and I both immediately said, oh, wow. We were not expecting this at all. I wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's no
That's
fuzz
great.
pedal.
No, it's not. It isn't. Yeah. Thank goodness, because Tony, loves those. Anyways, well, man, I'm so glad that you decided to make this, and that you have kind of found a little tiny piece of the puzzle that doesn't seem to be on the board.
Yeah.
I think this is really cool, and I hope a lot of people get their hands on this and make some cool discoveries themselves, because it's one of those pedals when you plug it in, like, prepare not to do anything for about an hour and a half for sure.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Anyways, Tony,
Yes, Todd?
it's your time now.
Is it
I
my
yield.
time?
I yield to the man across the aisle.
To the gentleman from
Yeah.
Ohio.
Yes. He's not here right now. I just got you.
Oh, okay. Well, gotta live with what you get.
Yeah.
That's right, Todd. At this point,
Would you rather?
that's right, Todd. At this point of the show, go ahead. I
No, I'm not
I
gonna
double
do it.
dog
I'm not
dare
gonna
you
do
to
it again.
push it.
I'm not.
I've got a hammer over here.
I'm gonna be over here. Go
Okay. All right. It's a little game that we like to play called Would You Rather, as our friend Jared sang to us there.
ahead. Yes.
On
Bravo.
via button. This week's Would You Rather, somehow we forgot to do it a long time ago. Our good friend and sponsor, Ty Barnes,
Yes.
sent this over. And it goes something like this. The Swirl Genie, not the Gene Genie, but the Swirl Genie,
Swirl Genie.
appears before you one day with a guitar in each hand. In one hand is a bowling ball swirl finish Fender Strat from 83, 84, and constantly changing between all the possible swirl finishes that were made those years. The other hand holds the 2011 Gibson Les Paul Studio Anniversary Flood guitar with constantly alternating between blues and greens and all the stuff. When we first got this, I thought that he was actually talking about Gibson right after the flood actually made a clear guitar and they put water on the inside of it. And I thought that's what he's talking about. But there is actually
They did that for real?
the clear guitar with the water from the flood. Yes.
I don't remember that. I don't remember seeing anything about that. But that's okay. Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
You don't do the deep dives that I do, apparently.
No, I definitely don't.
But anyhow, this one is kind of these are both swirl finish guitars. The Gibson was offered in memory of the 2010 flood, that Nashville flood that inspired the finish. Now, you can only have one in any of the swirl finishes. Which would you rather? The Fender Bowling Ball Strat or the Gibson Les Paul Anniversary Flood?
Oh, my.
This is going to be a tough one for you, Todd, I think.
Yes. Let's see here. Well, Tony,
Yes.
you go ahead and kick this off.
Well, I have to say that I was never really a fan of the bowling ball Strats.
I'm surprised by that.
I didn't like the way the finish looked. I mean, some of them were kind of cool. And, there's multicolors and different things like that.
It is a bit hit or miss.
Now, the swirl Les Paul with
That's
the
a cool
blues
one.
and the greens, which ones are you?
And the hazard orange and,
Yeah,
and
that's-
turquoise blue.
Yeah, I could live with that.
Yeah.
But for my money, since it's free, I'm going to go with the Les Paul.
Okay.
I kind of like the finish a little bit more. It's swirly, but it's blues and greens.
Yeah.
It's very waterish. And that's what I'm going to go with.
Okay.
Mark, what about you?
Well, yeah, I think this is a pretty easy one for me. Being a metal guy, I got to go with the Les Paul. And it's got an interesting story to it. You know, it's connected to a slice of history there.
Why do you hate bowling so much?
Because I suck at it.
Yeah. Well, now you got to choose blue or green swirl.
Well, it is. That's the swirl finish.
No, there is
it's
a
blue and
swirl.
green.
No, there's one of each.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you've done the deep dives I do.
Oh, well, apparently not. Oh, there is a green one.
Oh, how about that?
How about that, Todd? You are so quick with that Google.
No, that's a blue one. That's not it. Yeah.
And the crickets are still going.
Yeah.
Make the crickets stop.
I did.
They're scaring me. Todd, what about you?
I'm actually going to do the strat.
Ah!
I am.
Now, Mark, you may not realize this, but Todd is he doesn't like strats very much.
I really don't.
I'm kind of interested
really-
to see what the logic is here.
I just think it looks a little cooler. That's it.
Really?
Yeah, that's it. There's something about some of the non-traditional Paul finishes that I'm just not into.
Yeah.
And some of the ones that I've seen on the Strat are really, really cool. I'm not saying I'm going to sit there and play it all day, but I can look at it on my wall.
And if you really hate it, you can give it to Jeff Schroeder.
That's not because I would give him things I hate. Like, I hate you so much, you have it.
I hope you hate it as much as I did.
He would do wonderful things with it. And
You know he would.
We would, you know what? If we did that, then we would give it to him on his 10th visit.
That's coming up.
Yeah. Anyways, well, that was fun. That was a good one, Ty.
Yeah, thanks,
well done.
Ty.
I bet he actually has one of each of these because I know that boy's got some gear.
Yes.
I don't know if I should have said that on air, but holy moly.
Why don't you give him his passcode and his address?
Yeah, I don't know where he lives. I've never been to his house or seen any of the things that he has. Anyways, Ty, thank you so much. That was really awesome of you to send, and it was a fun one. If you think you've got one that if you think you can top Ty, think you can do that?
Yeah.
Or we know you can top Tony, but you think you can top Ty? Send us your would you rathers. We'd love to hear them.
Cage match.
Right about now, we need to thank a few people, Tony.
Oh, we do, Todd. At this point of the show, there's a special group of people we love to thank. These are our executive producers. Now, an executive producer helps make this show possible. How do you become an executive producer? Well, it's quite simple. You head over to patreon.com/the Guitar Knobs, and you just check out a couple different levels in which you can participate. Become a sponsor, a friend, a hero of the podcast. Each level comes with some very nice thank you gifts, opportunities to win great stuff, T-shirts, giveaways. Oh, I can't stand it. But I'm told there's one thing more.
You get to have your name read on the thing.
Your name read on the thing, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So special thanks to these executive producers. Big breath in, big breath out. Anthony Lathrop, Brett Hogarth, Cameron Pampas, Darren Gregory, Don Kloss, Alad Mizrahi, James Bell, James White, John Esterly from Rare Buzzer Effects, John Sebastian, John Halverson, Justin Jones, Ken Sayers, Michael Senchuk, Mike Davenport, Owen Eads, Pluton, Ralph Gottschalk from Wonderful Audio Technology. What? Richard Kendall, Rick Calhoun, Rusty Sneeden, Stefan Lamb, Tom Barazin, Trevor Ellenberg, Trevor Gunberg, Vader and Pedals, Caribou Gone, and Ed Rossler. Thank you. But Todd, there's more.
I do.
This special group of executive producers, we call them our Grand Poobahs. These are the creme de la creme, the top of the heap, the A number ones. And they wear a fez, which we provide whilst listening to the podcast. So special thanks to these Grand Poobahs.
There's more.
There's more?
There's more colors. Sorry, go ahead.
Are you still looking at the swirls?
Well, that kind of might have changed my mind. Okay, keep going.
You can't change your mind now. It's too late. So special thanks to these grand poobahs. Anthony Jamalero, Billy Spitfire Unlimited, Bob Crouch, Brian Robinson, Cody Foster, David Kaminga, David Tyndall, Enrico Fernando, Fox Hill Studio, Gregory Randall, Hex Matos, John Williams, Martin Cliff, Matt Hart, Michael Van Zant, Michio Murakishi, Moon Guitars, Pedro Vasquez, Sam Jett, Steve Keys, James Pennington, Zach Oswald from Brandon Wown Pickups, Jonathan Labate from M2 Labs, Ty Barnes, James Castellano, and Kenny Howes.
Indeed. Very cool. Thank you all so very much. We say this every week. We truly cannot do this show without you. Without your help, without our patrons, without our grand poobahs, we would not be able to do this. So I can't thank you enough. And I just sent out a whole bunch more shirts and stuff for our peoples.
The post office is very happy with you.
James Castellano, you are one patient dude, and I appreciate it. And I think hopefully that fez is bouncing on your head by the time you get this. We need to give a huge thank you to Mark Robertson from Nuclear Audio for making this really amazing pedal, the Fission Drive, and for sharing your time on the show.
Yeah, of course. It was my pleasure. It's a lot of fun.
Now, where can people go to purchase this?
Nuclear-audio.com.
Okay. And have you been in touch with any like shops or anything?
Shops, like for resale?
Yeah.
I have had a couple on consignment here at a couple local music stores, but that's it so far.
Okay. When we get off here, we'll talk real quick. Okay, good. So go and get these. And if you, for whatever reason, if you forget what it's called, I don't know. If you can get a hold of us and we'll put you in contact if for some reason you simply just can't do it, which is okay. We're not judging you.
No.
We just want to make sure that you get your hands on one of these. Tony, how about yourself?
Just head over to pickguardian.com. Check out what I do. What do I do? I make custom pick guards for guitars. How do you get one? You shoot me an email. You let me know what you need, what you're trying to do. Send me your guard. I'll copy it, make some changes, whatever you need. As Todd likes to say, it's your opportunity to make your guitar even more yours.
Yes. Tony, do you have any bowling ball style or swirly style stuff?
No. I have a bowling shirt.
No, you say yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
How many times do we have to do this? You can shoot me a DM on Instagram at Guitar Knobs. We would love to hear from you. Share what you're playing. Share what you like about the show. Share what you don't like about the show. Do whatever. Tell us what you had for breakfast. I don't care. We just want to connect with you. And in the meantime, have a fantastic week, Guitar Week, everybody. And subscribe. Yes. Okay. That's it. That's all I'm asking from you.
Okay.
Now,
all right.
in our lifetimes, I've not asked a lot of you.
That's true. I got to give you that.
What?
Way to go, Todd. Boy, that's going to be a messy edit.
Don't hear his real name very often on the podcast, at least not in the more recent episodes.
Well, there's some legal issues. I'm not supposed to be within 15 feet of Todd.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Yeah. I don't think so. My goal is just avoid being your most boring guest ever.
Keep trying.
Appreciate the pivot on that.
So
how long is this story going to take?
just give me a second. This happened a while back. It was the Gitorgan. Do you remember the Gitorgan?
I'm trying to forget that actually, but thanks for reminding me.
You know, it's basically this ES335 shaped guitar that had
It's like 27 push buttons, right?
well, no, it had the frets were actually like the keys on a keyboard.
I mean that.
Yeah, and there's guts of an organ inside this thing.
Yes.
So
There was organs.
yes, yes.
Yeah, pretty good. It's pretty good so far. Quick.
Pretty
Bring it
good.
on, you know.
The pedal that you need that converts it from the DIN out into something that you can plug into an amp. And
2 hours later. Okay, here we go. I'm going to clap a Roni. Tony, are you going to do crinkly bag all night? No. Okay, good. Here we go. Thank you.
anyhow,
I'm so proud of myself.
that's the end of my story.
Oh my goodness! Not a week too soon.
Wait a minute. I resemble that remark.
Confusing him. And away we go.
Well, that's it for these knobs. Please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theguitarknobs. Visit our website at theguitarknobs.com for all of our past episodes, 4 on the Floor blog, and other good stuff. You can connect with us on social too at our Facebook page and share your gear and stories on our Facebook group. Also, be sure to check out our Instagram at Guitar Knobs. Catch you next time.